Hello, I'm Howard, and welcome to Spiritual Shorts, where we take a few moments to reflect on faith, life, and the deeper meanings behind the things we sometimes take for granted. Even though we're on summer break here in Roseville, I wanted to make sure my online congregation still received a weekly message. Today, we're diving into something I think we all need a little more of: rest. But not just any rest. I'm talking about Sabbath rest. What does it really mean to rest? Is it just about kicking back, binge watching a favorite program, or sleeping in on our days off? Or is there something more profound to this idea of Sabbath? Let's start where this whole concept comes from. The idea of the Sabbath is ancient. Exodus 20 says, "Remember to observe the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. You have 6 days each week for your ordinary work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath day of rest dedicated to the Lord your God." It goes on to say that not just you, but your whole household, even your animals, are meant to rest. Why? Because after creating everything, God Himself rested. We're told that in Genesis. Now, if God can take a break, why is it so hard for us to slow down? Well, here's the thing. For the ancient Israelites, the Sabbath wasn't just about catching up on sleep. They really got the idea of setting time apart as holy. They created rules, lots of them, to make sure nothing interfered with that day. But somewhere along the line, the rules became the focus. The heart of the Sabbath got buried under rituals and legalism. And that's where Jesus steps in. One of my favorite stories is from Matthew 12. Picture this. Jesus is in the synagogue and there's a man with a shriveled hand. The religious leaders ask Jesus, "Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath?" We understand from the text that they were trying to trap him. But Jesus flips the script. He says, "If you have a sheep and it falls into a pit on the Sabbath, won't you lift it out? How much more valuable is a person than a sheep?" And then He heals the man. I love this because it shows the real point of the Sabbath. It's not about restrictions, it's about restoration. Jesus reminds us the Sabbath was made to meet the needs of people, not people to meet the requirements of the Sabbath. So what does that mean for us? The Sabbath isn't just a day off. It's about becoming whole. It's about reconnecting with God, with ourselves, and with the people around us. It's about stepping into that space where we stop striving and let God work within us. There's this beautiful teaching from Swedenborg that takes it even deeper. He writes that Sabbath symbolizes a heavenly state. It's not about resting from physical work, it's about resting from our inner struggles. Sabbath is that state when goodness and truth come together within us, when our desire to serve lines up with knowing exactly how to do it. Imagine living like that, where you're so in tune with what's right and good that it just flows naturally out of you. No overthinking, no second guessing, just pure, joyful service. Real rest isn't about escaping life. It's about stepping into who you were meant to be. And when you get to that place, that's when you experience the kind of joy that lasts. So this week, I want to challenge you. Take some time to unplug, not just from work, but from worry. Sit with God. Let Him restore you. And ask yourself, what would it look like to live from a place of real rest? Thank you for spending these few moments with me today. If this message resonated with you, please hit that like button. And if you want more reflections on faith and life, don't forget to subscribe.